I've been working on trying to get my feet moving a little bit better in closed areas, so meaning trying to get to the middle of the ice better instead of just skating down the boards. I think if I can do stuff like that, it might get the D to turn their feet a little bit more, and I might be able to beat guys to the outside. And really trying to get in better shape. It was one thing I noticed going down the stretch that guys like Vince Pedri, Eric Audio, those guys were in unbelievable shape, and they really could perform in those double overtime games and late in the season.
What have you seen from the freshmen so far, and is there a particular one in particular that you're kind of putting under your wing right now?
Yeah, I mean Cole Holtz is he's mine and Chris Funky's mentee this year, and I think what he does off the ice, meaning getting better in the weight room and doing extra conditioning every day, he's really dedicated himself to the game, and he kind of reminds me a lot of Vince Pedri off the ice, as in what they do to make themselves a better hockey player. Not so much on the ice; they're a little bit different players, but what they do off the ice really he reminds me a lot of Pedri. He really wants to play at the next level, and he really wants to play for this team. And I'm pretty excited to see what he can do in a game.
What about Evan? What have you seen out of him in the practices so far?
Yeah, Evan's a good kid. He works really hard. Honestly, reminds me a lot of myself a little bit. He's a guy who likes to get the puck below the goal line and just wear guys down. And I think he's a guy he's a really hard-nosed player, and he plays with his heart on his sleeve, you can tell. And I think he's going to be a really good asset for us this year.
You went toe-to-toe with Denver in the tournament last year. What did the team take away from that game?
That they are very skilled, and I think our program notices we still have a long way to come to compete with those kind of programs. But I think every year we're building even better every year. Like we're in the freshmen this year with Cole and Limoges and everyone Barrett, and I mean, I think every year we're just getting better and better, and I think with our heart level, like I said, I think no one wants it more than us, and I think we have the drive and the work ethic better than anyone in the NCAA, so I'm excited to see what we can do this year. Cole's awesome. He's a really smooth skating defenseman. He sees the net very well, he sees the ice very well, and he's definitely got a good offensive side, and I'm really excited to watch him play this year and see what he can do for the team.
Having Kerr back healthy again is huge, but you also lost Vince Petrie over the offseason. So have you gotten a feel for what the new defensive pairings are going to look like?
Yeah, definitely. Pretty much our D-core can play with anyone. I think everyone's skilled enough and smart enough at this age that everyone can play with anyone. But our D-core right now is one of the best they've ever had in this program, and I feel like out of the 8 defensemen we have, anyone can play every night and anyone can fill any role. So I'm looking forward to see everyone how they do this year, and we'll see how it goes.
The top four was generally the offensive couple of pairs, and then the third pair was the stay-at-home pair. Do you expect that to change at all with the freshmen coming in?
Not necessarily. Bringing in Cole, bringing in Alex Stevens, everybody can score, everybody can play defense, and so I think everyone can either, like Chris Malari, he was considered one of the stay-at-home guys, but he also tied our defense last year in goals, so I think everyone has the aspect for scoring and getting points, but everyone can also play in the D zone pretty well. So,
what do you work on when you are, by all indications, you're probably one of the best athletes on the team, even at the goalie position, so you don't necessarily have to get faster or stronger or whatever. So what is it that you work on in the off season to get better?
This summer I actually spent a ton of time on my flexibility, my mobility of my hips, just getting more flexible as a goalie. I just always think that the extra millimeter can always make a difference between the puck hitting the post and going in or hitting the post and going out. So I try and stay as flexible as possible, and I'd say this summer I really worked on that, because as I got stronger, my muscles got tighter, so I need to get flexible and get used to my body being the way it was, or the way it is, I should say.
Sturts talked a little bit about working with the goalies after practices, and he said one thing that really helped him is just talking to you guys about where he's finding the back of the net and things like that. But on the reverse, how does that help you?
It helps me a ton. Sturts he's a guy who always wants to know things. Is always interested in different things. So he asked me, how was that? How was this? Was that release good? Different places to shoot. And for me, it's kind of the same thing. I see because he tries different things, so I see different things, and he shoots different places, and tries different things. So it helps me. It's kind of more just me just seeing different things, because every guy has different styles, and I mean, if he guys that change it up all the time, it's about reading and reacting. So I think him changing things up and working different things helps me read and react to different situations.
And how much does it help in practice to better yourself, the level of offensive play that there is on the ice?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, you got guys like Dennis, Nate, Barrett, just in this room right here, who are unbelievable players. So, every time someone comes down to shoot, it's a good player coming down to shoot, and that's good because the Big Ten's it's a great conference, and I'm going to see shots like that all year.